everybody. Welcome back to the Chuck and Lisa Show. I am Chuck the Cluck Nellis, and this is my wife, Lisa, the Chicken Nellis.
Lisa the Chicken Nellis.
You're a strange man.
Well, the reason I say that is because I feel like I'm in a barnyard right now. Our studio / my camper has now got 4 or 5 chicks in it.
Nice, your camera's messed up, Chuck.
My camera's messed up.
Yeah, you're doing Max Headroom big time.
It's his face.
My face scrambles cameras. The face that sunk a million cameras. Can you hear me? Can you see me okay now?
He's like a
Yippers.
ghost,
Do I look like a ghost? Oh wow, I was doing a Max Headroom, huh?
Yeah, that's what I said. You're definitely doing a Max Headroom on that one.
That was such a... You gotta admit, that was a commercial way ahead of its time.
It was very odd.
It was. So anyway, we've got chickens. So if you think you're hearing chickens tweeting in the background, you really are. Life on the farm is kind of laid back. So how's everybody doing? Lisa,
Yes.
how are you doing?
I'm
You good? You got your computer issues all fixed.
good. Yeah, it was
thankfully.
unplugged for a week.
And running.
Well, not if it wasn't running for a week.
It was running for as long as it did before the battery ran out. And as for me, we had a great weekend. We're going to talk about it later because it was a kick-ass, memorable weekend. Dersh,
Never heard of
our
him.
producer in the background,
Who?
his camera's working now.
Not really.
No,
That's
what's
a-
before?
That's a different camera.
Oh, I like the angle of it. It makes you look more like a VJ, as I was saying before the show. Hey, how are you? Talking to the camera. You know, one of those.
A chicken.
We got chickens. All right, so we got interesting things to talk about, as always, but nothing to do with politics because we don't do politics here. For one thing, Lisa and I brawled chickens.
Don't brawl.
Well, they were just now.
They pick each other to death until they die.
Well, or that. Oh, so no. We got to talk about before I start.
Nope.
You're quiet today. Pay attention, Lisa. Lisa, what are you doing?
I'm trying to make sure my computer's working also.
It's working now. We got. You're good.
You
It's a
don't
brand
know
new
that.
computer. I didn't know that. I started.
I didn't like cheer.
Yeah, it's so old. Well, in that case, let's talk about things that have happened in history today. 1829, the first talking cartoon of Mickey Mouse. What was the name of the movie?
Steamboat Willie.
Wasn't it more Mouse before you know?
Yes. Yeah. He was a weird little critter. In 1934 was a really bad day for Bonnie and Clyde. They were killed in a shootout with police.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep. But
Yep.
he ate the Ford made for or a letter to
Chuck, are you on your high speed? Because you're Chuck, you on your high speed because you're
I am.
really
What's
you're
it doing?
crackling. Your audio is
Yeah,
really
I am
crackling.
on my high speed.
Huh.
Everything seems to be hooked. You got me?
Yeah, I mean we can see and hear you, but it's just a little choppy.
Wonder why? Huh.
Well, it's better now.
Speed test, but in the middle of something.
Yeah,
Right, well, I moved the wires around.
it's definitely better
Okay.
now.
Well, it might have just been a loose wire somewhere, you know?
That's a penalty.
For a loose wire?
Loose wire penalty.
You're funny. All right. So after Bonnie and Clyde were killed in a shootout with police,
Do you know that
19 what?
most people don't know that Bonnie and Clyde were actually killed by the Texas Rangers?
Yeah, they were.
Texas
Yeah.
Rangers.
They
Yep.
were all looking. They were all the Texas Rangers were looking for them.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't mess with the Texas Rangers. They're going to get you. That remains the same today. Well, that's not the point.
Yes. Never mind.
1969, rock band The Who releases Tommy.
Yeah.
How many of you remember that?
Remember it? I went to
I was 6.
the Broadway play.
Yeah,
It
so
was-
did actually, remember I told you that time my parents were in Philadelphia and they said that was the first time they played it? And I didn't believe them.
Yeah,
And I looked it up and it was.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And they were there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because my dad was working in Philadelphia. And my mom went up there.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
It was really good. I mean, the music is always fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The movie's pretty weird if you want to watch a weird movie.
Yeah, it is.
The album was a huge.
Yeah, for two different bands.
Yeah,
The original, was it The Who that did it?
Yep.
And then
the
Elton
soundtrack.
John remade
right?
it.
Tommy. Yeah,
Hi.
Tommy the Who.
I look at the chickens like, hey, there's people.
Hey, what are they doing? They're talking. In 1995, the official announcement of the Java programming language.
Yeah?
That was pretty significant.
Why was it called Java?
They were drinking coffee at the time.
Yeah?
Probably.
Is that why? Does Dershey know?
My answer for everything.
No, it
Or is that an acronym?
well, originally it was, yeah.
Was it an acronym?
Yeah, and then the people who designed it from the language C.
Right.
It's a derivative of the C programming language.
Okay. Bet they were drinking coffee though.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Famous birthdays on this date. Joan Collins, 1933.
Yeah?
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Computer okay now? You still playing with it?
No, I think it's alright.
So what are you doing?
Closing
I see lots of
things.
clicking going on over there.
So what?
Well, sort of. You got a show.
Yeah? I
Yeah.
don't care when Joan Collins' birthday was. I'm waiting for you to finish this part.
Oh, okay. 1954, marvelous Marvin Hagler was born. He's a boxer. You know that?
I didn't know that.
At least it just doesn't care in the parts that doesn't care about. And then when it's over, what happens? What do you do immediately after the show? Every single time.
What?
Go to the wee chat room and then
Watch stupid TV.
no, you say it right.
Well, eat trash and watch rubbish.
There you go.
Rubbish. Total rubbish.
In 1958, they call him a comedian. It's a lot more than that. Drew Carey was born. I watched him 3 times today. I was
Yeah?
catching up on episodes of The Price is Right this morning.
Old man.
I've loved that show since I was a little boy. Yeah. You ever watch it when you were little, Thirst?
Price is Right all the time. I love that when Bob Barker was on there. You kidding me? Man, that's appointment TV right there.
Somebody said stay at home sick package. Price is Right is part of that package.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, Drew. You know Drew Carey's been doing that for I think 15 years now. That's a long time already. 1974, Jewel, the singer, was born.
Yeah.
Oh wow, in 1974, Ken Jennings was born.
Didn't you just say 74 Jewel was born?
Yeah.
So they're the same age.
They're the same
They're
age.
the same birthday.
Ken Jennings, $2.5 million winner in Jeopardy.
That's cool.
It's pretty good money if you can get it. All right, now
But it took him like 1 million times to do that, right? Like a whole bunch of shows.
I think it was 83
Yeah.
shows. Well, the money wasn't as good back then.
Well, also, didn't they used to a really long time ago only let you be on for a certain number of days and then they would kick you off?
Yeah, he was on after that changed,
Yeah.
obviously. All right, let's start with a in a tip of the nod to Dersh.
Tip of the nod,
A
And
nod,
now the tip,
tip of the cap.
right?
nap of the
Tip of the
cat,
cap. Tip of the cap to
the brew, the crew.
You. We've got a bunch of Florida stories. Not all of them are Florida, man. Some of them are actually funny or interesting. Swimmers find a pair of teeth on England Beach,
Ew.
and they aim to find the rightful.
Some people find teeth on the beach a lot.
Yeah. And in the article,
What do you think?
you got all the links so you can see them. Some people were out searching for seashells and whatnot. They found the teeth in piles of seashells under the water.
Okay.
So it's got a name on it. In case you're looking for these teeth,
Wait, they put your name on your teeth now?
well, in this case,
Okay.
the person's name is Galici.
Bless you.
So it's actually put up as a public service on my part as well as their part. They're in good shape. For all we know, the guy could have been dead for 20 years and they've been laying
Maybe
there.
got eaten.
Maybe he got eaten by a shark.
Maybe he ate a shark and it fell out.
And Autumn did that?
Yeah.
Maybe he is a shark in disguise.
Galicki is the name that they say. Galicki. So if your name is Galicki or know somebody by the name of Galicki, please inform them their teeth have been found on aisle 3
Okay.
on a beach
Florida.
in Florida. And if you missed where I said it was, back up the video.
Back it up.
Back it up! Who's here? Anybody here? Hello? If you're here, say hello.
Me.
I love,
You don't say hello anyway.
Not
I,
me.
I love the TV dude says, "Is this could only happen in Florida?" Find the teeth.
What?
The TV dude said, they're talking about finding the teeth. He said, "This could only happen in Florida."
Right?
Absolutely.
Good Florida stories today. All right, next one. Here's an animal you didn't know existed. The Coluga looks like a CGI creation.
Beluga?
Coluga.
Sounds like
I put up the picture of this one.
That sounds like a
It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Dude, it looks like that creature that wanted the ring, chased the ring, and
Yeah. It's
Lord of the Rings.
They call it it's a flying lemur. And it doesn't fly, and it's not a lemur.
alrighty then.
But they do glide. They can glide up to 200 meters in between trees.
Uh-oh.
Like bats and squirrels, Colugas are nocturnal. Consequently, very little is known about their behavior. Sure is cute, though. Looks like a little baby dragon.
I can't
Yeah,
see
it does.
You can't hit live on... Oh, wait. Did you post it there?
Yeah, it's up.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
It's kind of cute. Kind of ugly.
Well, I know, but it looks like something straight out of a movie,
It
doesn't
looks
it?
like it should be on Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, it does. Come on, go live. Oh, there we go. Those eyes in the thing, it
Yeah.
looks like something straight out of the movies.
Very odd looking thing.
Where does it live?
I mean, there's been movies about
So if it's
baby
not a
dragons.
lemur,
It looks
then
like
what
one of
is it?
those. No. It's cool looking, though. Isn't that neat?
I guess they're putting themselves to
A
bed.
Coluga.
Look.
So that's the first time we've heard of a Coluga. Moving right along.
Hey, Chuck, you and Lisa, or you have chicks
Yeah.
in your studio. I have
Yeah.
dudes. I have two dudes in my stairs. Two dudes in my studio.
Who?
They're sleeping right down there.
Oh, your dogs are with you. That's
Yeah.
cool. So they decided not to sing tonight?
Apparently not. They're tired, like me.
You know what they're doing? They're saving it for our show. For the
Right.
right side of politics, which follows this.
Dude.
Alrighty, next. Florida man finds Godzilla splashing and hitting in his toilet.
What?
Yep. I thought I was in Jurassic Park or something, the guy said when he went to the restroom. Hollywood, Florida. When John Riddle went to use the bathroom in his Hollywood home, he met an invasive reptile that freaked him out. An iguana slipped or off his pool deck and jumped into the toilet. When he came close to the door and used the bathroom, he became face to face with him. He was
That would
splashing
scare me.
and hissing at me.
He wanted a little nappy nap.
Yeah. The dude, Riddle said, I am not a reptile fan.
He wasn't too happy
That's
about
when
it
it
either.
turned around and that's when it turned around and opened its mouth, and that's all I needed to see. Like, back
They
off
don't
from
really bite you.
No, they
I
don't.
mean, they can a little bit, but
Yeah.
He ain't happy about being woken up from his nap.
yeah, he was just having a nap in the toilet.
Mind his own business. Maybe doing a little business.
Can you imagine it if you didn't see it and you sat down and it like touched your butt?
Ah! I remember he said, I came back probably a little less than an hour later, and there he was again splashing around. This was my chance, and I was trying to work up the nerve to grab him and throw him out. But before I did that, he crawled out and crawled like behind the toilet.
Uh-oh.
He grabbed the pot strainer and shooed the iguana out the door, or it dove
What is
into
in
his
a pot
pool.
strainer
And
in the
eventually,
toilet?
well, you know why he jumped in the pool after being on the toilet? He had to clean himself up. And then eventually ran out the backyard.
Okay, good.
Welcome to Florida.
So he can go up and fall on somebody's head when it gets cold.
Yeah. Durst, wasn't there another bear story in your neighborhood lately?
We always have bear stories in our neighborhood.
Odd to say that in Orlando and bear stories.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had the one killed, hit by a car right out. Like right at the edge of our neighborhood, outside on the main road. Poor little little yearling.
Yeah. Aw. Bet it did some damage to whatever vehicle hit it.
I'm sure it
Those
did.
things are about 400 pounds as babies.
Yeah. Well, not a Florida bear, but yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're
So
much
it's
smaller here
smaller
because
than that.
they don't really even hibernate very much here because they
Yeah.
don't need to.
Well, they're out sunning.
Yeah.
The next one does not have a word. We will fill in the words for this one. Durst, you got it? The
Yeah.
dog?
Yeah. It's up.
Alrighty. Here comes a dog.
No, he didn't do it.
You like that?
He didn't do it. He looks comfortable.
Oh my lord, my wife would be blowing a gasket if that happened.
Oh my God. Could you imagine that? You come home and find your dog like that? It better be dead because I'm going to kill you.
He
Yeah.
looks comfortable.
What do you do right after this picture?
Buy a new couch.
Like,
No, you
yeah,
buy a new
yeah,
couch
yeah,
and
yeah. Order the couch, get a kennel, keep the dog in the kennel, and hope the couch survives. Good Lord.
oh my
Anyway,
Well,
gosh.
Doug must have thought there was like a cookie hidden in there or something.
Maybe it's more comfortable inside it than it is outside.
Might be.
Dog thoughts.
Well, if he has anxiety like Bowden does,
Yeah. He wants to wrap
Yeah.
himself up.
Bowden, he just, when he's alone, he just is, he'll find anything and just shred it. It's just nervous energy because
Yeah.
he has
Does
high
that too.
anxiety.
I saw that picture. I was like, "Oh, you're in such trouble." Well, fortunately, the couch doesn't look too new already.
No, it doesn't.
Right. I bet there was a hole in it.
But there's a hole in the
A little
backrest
hole.
of
A
it.
little hole, and the dog made a bigger hole.
Uh-huh.
A really big hole.
It looks like it's seen a little bit of her time. In fact, it looks like it's inside a trailer.
Yeah,
Okey-doke.
that couch has had better days.
Oh, definitely. It's too funny, though, isn't it?
It really is.
All right, next one. This perfectly normal picture is hurting people's brains.
It's
Why
hurting
you
mine.
Show it to us.
We want to hurt your brain.
It's definitely hurting my brain right now. So I'm trying to get the shot set
See it?
up. Oh my
Oh, okay.
Lord. Oh, holy. I can't handle
I don't
this.
see it.
It's
Give
not
on
there
a
yet.
second.
Hang on a second. I gotta adjust it so it's fits the screen. Okay, I'm gonna take you two guys out of this shot because people need to see this
Yeah,
whole
go
thing.
ahead. Yeah, do it. Yep.
All right, it's up.
Figure this picture out, gang.
I can see what it is, but man, it's hard to focus in on what he's doing.
The dog side
I
face.
know.
It looks like a melted dog.
He does.
Look at it.
And it does. Well, it melts in with the couch. And,
Right. It blends into the couch and what he's laying on, and when you look at it first, it looks like
It looks like a melted puppy with a black eye.
if you don't stare at
Melting!
if you don't stare at it, they're right. He looks his nose looks like his eye, and then his other eye looks like his nose if that's what you're looking
It
at.
looks like a dog.
It took me a minute looking
looks
at
like
it
a
before
dog
I went,
with a hole.
oh, there it
Dog
is.
with a hole in its head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like he has a hole in his head too, where his mouth is.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god! It's hard to stay. It's hard to stay focused on the actual picture. My eyes keep going back to what I saw first.
Right. And then you look at the dog and it's like, oh, that's a dog.
Oh
It's
wow!
like those pictures. People take pictures of hot dogs and they say that their legs and feet.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
those?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's funny. I've seen that.
All right. Now for a Florida bad guy.
Oh, was that a Florida dog? Is that why it was messed up?
No, that
Probably
was,
was.
this is another one of the Florida bad guy ones. This was published at 10 o'clock this morning. Millionaire's elaborate escape plan from Florida jail foiled. John Manchek, 78 years old, failed on child porn charges.
Uh-oh.
Authorities say they foiled an elderly businessman's plan to escape a Florida jail and return to France, where he had previously fled in an attempt to avoid child charges. A tip from outside the jail sparked a 2-month investigation of John Manchek and people he had listed in his escape plan. Essentially, the plan comes down to this, that these folks that are on the outside are going to wait until Manchek has a doctor's visit, and then they're going to take out the correction staff while he's out at the medical facility. The plan called for Manchek's employees to pepper spray prison guards and take him to his private plane near Fort Pierce so that he can fly to France. He's a multimillionaire with dual U.S. and French citizenship. He was arrested in 2014 on 49 pornography charges. He left the country to avoid prosecution after posting nearly $500,000 bond and moved to his medieval estate in the south of France. Sounds like an evil villain, doesn't he?
Yes.
It looks like one too.
Yeah, he does. France denied U.S. attempts to extricate him, but he was but he was no.
Stop saying
he
but.
was eventually arrested in the Dominican Republic. The guy wrote it really bad in the sentence, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell he said. Clickinorlando.com did that to me. So he asked permission to leave jail in January, saying he suffered from chronic medical conditions because he broke his wrist last year. The request was denied. So then they figured out somebody tipped it off to law enforcement.
Good.
Yep. An examination of Manchester records discovered he used the code words paint job while talking to his friends.
Slot job! Sorry.
Yeah, something like that. They to prepare his plane, his 140-foot yacht, a black utility van, and another vehicle was purchased just for this escape attempt. Wow. He even paid the bail for a cellmate and then allowed them to live in his house. That person helped prepare the escape down the packing suitcase with his favorite liquor. The plan, and as I said, go back to the estate. So, I hope that son of a bitch fries. Evil, evil, evil. No disagreement from anyone, right?
No.
Thirst, any comments?
No.
Okay. I was going to mention millstones would suit him.
Yeah.
Attach 78 millstones to that sucker's legs and see how fast he can sink.
I like that idea.
A mother in Arizona. Oh, I got a hero story for you in the next one. Not really a picture so much. But, now there's a video down below, but it's not really as important as the story. A woman in Arizona woke to find she was trapped in the second story of her apartment home as it quickly engulfed in flames.
Uh-oh.
Claudia Jimenez opened the window and called out to anyone who could hear, needing someone to find a way to escape while the front door was blocked by fire. The first at the scene wasn't a firefighter, it was Joe Hollins, who lived in a homeless encampment with his wife near Jimenez's house. All I see is a lady pull open the window, screaming, "Help me, help me, help me." The mother of two had to make a difficult choice. It's not unusual or prejudicial to be wary of people living on the streets, or for her 1-year-old daughter Valerie and her 8-year-old Natalie. Hollins may have been their only hope of survival. She could not read. Under the window, Hollins called Jimenez, saying that he would catch the children in his arms. She trusted the man, and not only dropped the 2 children, but the 2 dogs as well. It took Jimenez herself a while to summon up the courage to jump. She managed it, and Hollins still had the strength to catch her. Hollins is now recovering from wounds in the hospital. I added that part.
Yeah.
As things calmed down, the family thanked Hollins profusely. The man said that he did not, that he did what anybody would do in this situation. Of course you would, they're children. Yeah?
Yeah.
And she said, I'll forever be thankful to him, you know? Like I said, to me, he was an angel. Because of him, we're here alive and my daughters are safe. While the family lost everything, community members are helping to support them to get back on their feet. Pretty cool, huh?
Very cool. That's very nice.
Arizona gets hot.
What?
They were in Arizona.
I thought that was like breaking news.
No.
Arizona gets hot.
Sort of. All right. Is anybody in there chatting right now? It's mighty quiet in there. Somebody say something. I saw it. All right, this one, last story I've got here,
Okay.
really deserves a picture because this is cool. 13 years after losing both legs in Afghanistan, veteran summits Everest, establishing world record. Pretty freaking awesome. I'll post pictures.
Wow.
I know.
I have
All right.
I have a hard time climbing into my bed, no less climbing up Mount Everest.
That's pretty cool. You got the picture?
Yeah, it's coming here in a second.
I'll start talking as soon as you say go.
Go ahead.
We'll let the chickens entertain you.
Go ahead.
A poly veteran of the British operations in Afghanistan has become the first double above the knee amputee to summit the world's tallest mountain. Hari Budha Magar, who lives in Canterbury, reached the top at 3 p.m. last Friday, having starting the climb on September 7th, on April 17th. 13 years to the day since he lost his legs in an IED.
Looks a little bit like Kyle Larson.
Same actual height now.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Anyone with
Guess who woke up?
someone there? On that, there's
There's got to be someone outside, I would assume, or maybe the wind blew. Who knows?
somebody's coming to steal your deliveries.
They bet not.
They just ran away knowing a dog them. All right. Anyone with knowledge of the history of turf knows about the almost mythical bravery and exceptionalism of Kirkus. It is one of those people being a historical term for a Nepali warrior, modern legal term for a Nepali foreign fighter that isn't considered a mercenary under the Jiva Convention. So this dude grew up in Nepal up to the age of 19. He saw how the disabled were treated in the remote villages. Many people still think that disability is a sin of previous life and you're the burden of the earth. I believe that myself because that is what I saw. That is how I grew up. He tried to kill himself a couple of times, but eventually decided to climb Everest instead.
There you go.
I'm killing myself today. I'm gonna go climb the mountain.
Maybe I'll die anyway, because it's hard.
Right. And if he made it, he was meant to live. Disabled people had been banned by the Nepali government from attempting the mountain. Enough people die on the journey every year, and authorities saw no reason to risk that. Bahari was able to overcome that roadblock and prepare for the real quest. P News was at the Everett base after Buddha Magdar, supported by all his Nepalese team, completed the descent from the mountain. All my jackets were completely freezing. It was all frozen, even our warm water. We put hot water in our thermoses, and that was also frozen. We were not able to drink.
Uh-oh.
He used a variety of interchangeable prosthetics for the climb, which included some equipped with ice spikes. I have all of them with ice spikes.
Yeah.
And others, well, it wasn't all frozen, so yeah. Mountain, yes. Completing the mission, he says he wants to return to the spot in Afghan where he lost his legs in order to say thank you, because if he had still had his legs, he would never have climbed Everest.
Right.
It's a good outlook on life.
That's all. What else are you gonna know?
I thought that was a cool story. I have to share that with you. I saved the best for last.
Yeah.
And then we get to the real best for last. Weekend, Lisa.
I forgot.
Oh, play along. This is big.
I know.
Yeah, Lisa, shut up and play along.
We went to the mountains. Not to the mountains of Bush Beer.
However, they did say it while we were
I
there.
know. Light beer. We went to North Wilkesboro. Went to the All-Star Weekend.
We went to the rebirth of the Phoenix. 1996 was the last year North Wilkesboro had a race.
That's not true. Had a cup race.
Had a cup race. And that's all that matters. Well, shortly after that, the track just closed up for the most part until 2010.
Where they sort of lied to them and said they were trying to bring it back, but they only had a couple races there, and then they didn't.
And then they shut down again. And then all of a sudden, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and...
Well, no, that's okay. First of all, this is not all of a sudden. people in North Wilkesboro
Oh yeah.
for
You
years
go ahead
and
and tell
years
some
and
of
years
that.
and years and years of trying to get the
Hope.
track back.
Yep, they wanted
Terry
to.
Parsons, Benny Parsons' wife,
A
promised
friend of yours.
him that she would get the track back after, or like when that was like one of his dying wishes. So they were always, the people in Wilkesboro, and it was like people, and they're like, we can't do it. There's no toilets, there's no water, the track is bad, too much money, blah blah blah. And things happened to me. Yes.
What? No, I want you to tell.
Well, one was when he was doing his locked racetracks or whatever, and he went out there and he weed whacked it to scan it for iRacing.
For iRacing, right?
But the other thing that happened was COVID. And because of COVID, Governor Cooper, who everybody wants to boo, but gave them $18 million. Well, gave the town $18 million. Didn't give it to the track. Gave it to the town. And the town decided to revamp the track. Most of it went to the track. Some of it went to infrastructure. And Marcus Smith paid for the rest.
Yep.
No, there was no NASCAR money
Right.
in this.
NASCAR had nothing to do with this. Marcus Smith, who has become very close friends with Dale Jr.
And
Seeing.
first of all, it's his own damn fault that the racetrack was closed. Well,
It's
it's his
his
father's
fucking
fault
fault.
because his father bought the track so he could shut it down.
The funniest thing, Bruton Smith, they still want to stand on his name.
He killed
But Marcus Smith want to put him in a statue. They want a statue for him at this point. The weekend itself had a lot of hype coming into it, a lot of hopes,
and it really
And it
bad
could've
or
went-
really
and it went really, really
it
well.
really did. I mean, I'm sorry that they had a crap race, but that's
Well,
not
it
their
wasn't
fault.
a crap.
Yeah,
We'll get to that later.
yeah, it was.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's talk about the place first for a while.
Yeah.
The place looked better than it did in 1996,
Well,
and
the
some
place
people
looked-
say it looked better than it ever did.
The place looked better as ever,
Yeah.
even when it was new.
Brand new. It looked so good. It looked like Darlington,
It has the,
or
first
it
of
looked
all,
like
it has the best
Martinsville.
lights in NASCAR.
Had the same lights that they have in Martinsville.
So, yeah.
And the thing about the lights is they directly at the track. You know how you usually go anyway.
Yeah.
you can find any.
You know, you go blind from it's directed at the track because they don't just get the track, but they get the people.
Right.
They do not do that at this track.
You're being said room again. Fix your
They directly at the track, so that it's really cool effect. More lights behind us that are designed to light us, but they're not that bright.
And
They're bright enough to see, but not bright enough to blare you.
when there's a green flag, they're green, and when there's a yellow flag, they're yellow.
On the vertical post.
That was really
that
cool.
hold up the lights.
I love that. That was cool.
They turn yellow when there's a yellow. They turn green when the green light
They
goes.
just need to
green
not
flag
make them
flies.
stroby at the
They
end.
did, yeah.
At the end of the truck race, they did. Remember? Didn't they make?
I don't like strobes. They hurt. They hurt my
A lot of people don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. But the lighting was fantastic. I mean, the food.
They also have the best sound system apparently.
That sound system was amazing.
You know what they don't
It was
have?
so clear. It was never gloomy. It never sounded like some cheap metal.
No, they literally
speaker.
do have one of the best sound systems.
I can believe it.
You know what they need though?
What?
And a lot of people agreed on that.
What's that?
When they kept saying, "Look at the big screen." The
Oh,
big
there's
screen
no
was like
big
that
screen.
big.
Hey, their version of a big screen is like
like
hanging
probably-
a 32
Oh, no.
TV on your wall. and calling it a big screen.
Their version of a big screen is like they took Dorothy's TV and stuck it out there.
I bet your screen in your office there is as big as the one they had
And plus, it was behind the
at North
scoreboard.
Wilkesboro, and it was behind the scoreboard,
from
so
the
you
end
could
of
see it
field.
from our end. So
I
they
love-
need another school. They just need another screen.
Right.
He's like, "You don't need that because you can see everything." And some lady who was correct said, "What about replay? They show
Right.
a replay, you can't
Yeah.
see it because you can't see the
Right.
TV."
Yep.
Yeah, that.
But let's face it. They rushed to get it to the point it was at. They,
I am so impressed that they finished on time. That was the thing where people lived up there that said it wasn't going to be done on time.
And they had a bazillion porta potties all around the outside.
They weren't all level.
They weren't all level. Some of them on
Some were
hills.
little-
Some of them sort of
Yeah.
leaned forward.
Some
Some
of
of them
them
sort
were-
of leaned sideways.
Yeah, some of them were not very stable.
I mean,
They
they
were
were flat.
stable, but they
They were
were-
flat, but they were angled.
Yeah, they weren't.
Which
level.
is not ideal for a porta potty.
not especially not when you're a girl and you're trying to stand.
Or you're using your cane trying to stand up straight outside
But they
of
were
it.
clean.
But they were very
They're
clean.
very clean, and all the people that worked there were nice.
Everybody.
Except for one dude who was like ripping people off from in the parking lot.
Yeah, there's always
There was
somebody
one
else.
parking guy
He's
there
going to get arrested.
who was
for
like
that.
down by where the fan zone was, where the concert stage was, and people were coming in, and apparently he was only letting people park if they gave him extra money.
What about the one? There was one fight between two idiots that were
Oh,
drunk.
yeah,
And,
and then kicked him out, but then he came back
he
in.
tried to come back in,
And they
so then they
arrested
arrested
him.
him. If you get kicked out for fighting, don't try to get back in.
Yeah.
They're gonna arrest your dumbass.
I think that if you really want to see it later, just look it up on it.
Yeah. But it was a really, really, really.
They had Bloody Marys.
They had blood. Oh, well, that was fun, wasn't it? Lisa and I sat and had a couple of Bloody Marys before the
Because
race.
they made you, they made you think that it was going to be like if you didn't get there really early, it was going to take a long
Right.
time to get there. And it was, here's the other thing. In 1996, there was only a two-lane road.
Right.
Lane
One
and
lane direction.
then the track, they had built the 4 lanes, but they never had a race, so they never knew how that would affect
Yep.
anything, and that's a lot.
It sure did. How long? It took them
Oh,
how
they
long?
said they
to
cleared
completely
they-
empty
to
the
completely empty all the parking lots on the track, and only took them an hour and 42 minutes, which by NASCAR standards
That's
is
very
very
fast.
impressive. Somebody said they got stuck at Daytona for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh,
over
you kidding
for
me?
hours.
If you can get out of Daytona in under 3 hours, that's a freaking miracle.
Yeah,
So they've already solved the problem without even adding the X.
and
We got out of there very fast.
all the
really.
people around there rented out their yards for
Yep.
so they made money.
Did they allow the haulers out first too?
Yeah, they
Um,
always do.
They
They did.
they did,
They
but
were
it didn't
honking
take
the
that
horns.
long.
Oh, it did.
And a lot of the
Well,
drivers,
because they cut off.
I
cut
heard
off
a
the
lot of
roads.
the drivers helicopter. You know what I heard Ricky Stenhouse did?
What?
They met somebody that lived near the track
Mm-hmm.
that had a lot of land, and they rented out their whole house, just him and so they could land there, park all their stuff there and their helicopter and everything on this person's land.
Right.
And that's
Cool.
pretty smart.
They do that.
Nope. We'll stay in a hotel.
They do it around the track.
They might have been in their homes.
Okay.
They,
That's
they,
cool.
yeah, well, they, yeah,
So
when
yeah,
they,
how much?
We also heard rumor though that NASCAR was trying to not let people rent out their yards. But how could you even do that?
No, it was Wilkesboro, North
Oh,
Wilkesboro
this
that
track?
was trying to do that.
Oh,
The town.
oh.
Yeah, that
They
was.
were like trying to make them get a permit or
Yeah.
something.
What
well,
was I gonna say, yours?
they do that at Daytona. I mean, some of these restaurants, they shut the restaurant down completely and just,
Right.
you know, let cars park there. They make like half a year
Yeah.
profit on during Speed Week.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like what is it, Augusta? People will rent their house out to like one of the teams at Augusta.
Oh, yeah.
And get their whole mortgage for the year.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey,
Well,
how much?
They said on the covers that none of the drivers had their motorhomes there because they wouldn't allow them to bring them because there wasn't any room.
Bubba had his, but he was parked like
Well, that's
near
like, well,
Nothing at the track.
somebody else.
They
Yeah,
said there was
they
nothing
found
at the
somebody's
track.
yard that was,
they,
They
a
also
bunch of them
didn't have-
probably parked with Ricky.
they also didn't have hookups. They
Right.
charged a lot for NASCAR, but they didn't have hookups.
So they'll have to fix that.
Maybe. I think it worked out well. Look at all those people who were parked in all those people's
Oh,
yards
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, it worked out really well.
Now we know better, though. We don't have to pay $250 for parking.
Right. How much did you say the town of North Wilkesboro is estimated to have made already?
The rough estimate of all the money that it brought into that economy this weekend, Durs? What would you guess?
Oh, it has to be multi-millions.
I guessed 50 million.
No, you guessed.
No, what did I guess?
Cheat.
No, what did I guess?
You guessed 10.
I guessed 10 million.
It's
Yeah.
closer to 50.
Yeah, I was gonna guess a little higher than that. I mean, especially at a race like this, but that's a lot of money.
That's just their rough guess right now.
Right, that's a lot.
That's just like the local economy. Yeah.
Right, I was gonna say that's a lot for a small economy like that.
That's more than that economy ever sees. It's more than that town has probably made in 20 years.
I would think so.
Employers in that town right now is Tyson Chicken
Tyson
Plant.
Chicken Plant. It's the only plant in town, really.
Yeah. Well, it used to be O's Home Improvement. They used to have their headquarters there, but they don't anymore.
Where is it now?
I don't know. China, probably. I don't know.
I hate that. Let's see. The FS1 got 2 million viewers for it.
What? Oh, yeah. It was down from last year, but they said that's because it was a Sunday night race.
Right. It was pretty late.
Yeah.
For most folks. You know, most people go to bed 9, 10 o'clock.
I guess.
They do.
I don't know any of those
I
people.
go to bed at 2,
I don't know any of
2:30,
those
but
people.
that's just me.
Yeah.
So, what you watched it on TV, Durs. What did you think of the race? I mean, granted, all right. Let's talk about the race.
First of all, you watched the early races earlier in the week, right?
Oh yeah.
Those were cool.
They were cool.
They were great. I really enjoyed the early races, the modifieds and the late models.
Cars tour.
We had one kid
that was pretty cool.
in front of us that was in the stock division.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He drove in the stock division.
No, he didn't. No, he did it last year.
No, he did it this
No, he said.
He said he did it earlier this week. Yeah.
He told me.
No, I said, did you race earlier
Well,
this week?
maybe he did
and
last.
He was there too.
Yeah.
Maybe he did both. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
But anyway, he was
there last August,
He was a big
and
Josh
he was
Berry
there.
fan.
Yeah.
He was a
And he was there this week
I forgot
too.
his name though. Sorry.
His last name's Johnson. I can remember the first.
Junior.
You know, I was almost wondering if he might have been one of the Johnson
No,
family,
I
seeing
know.
he's a racer.
Yeah, there's a lot of people named Johnson in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
there is. Yep, there is. Yeah.
Well,
So let's talk about the race. Then I'll ask you what you thought, Durs. It was a blowout by
You mean the final?
the cup race.
Yeah,
the
final
cup race, the big
race.
one.
Yeah.
The big race was a blowout by
But
Kyle Larson.
that's not their fault. It's not NASCAR's fault.
It's not anyone's fault.
Well, it is. You know whose fault it is? The car. Yes. No, it is.
You know what it is? Kyle Larson is a different planet of
He
talent
is a different
racing
planet.
than we've ever seen. He can get in literally any vehicle, any division of anything,
Yeah.
and win.
And he proved it this weekend.
He found a line coming out of turn 2 and coming out of turn 4 that was so much faster than anyone else that he was passing the
All you had to do
field.
was look after turn 2 down the back stretch where he got to turn 3. Almost every lap he passed somebody.
Some laps he was passing 2 people.
Sometimes he wouldn't, but if he didn't on that one lap, he would definitely do
Well,
it on the next lap.
The coverage showed towards the end they did Ghost Car with Larson's line and Bubba's line because Bubba was closing in on him.
I want to see that.
It was it was interesting because Bubba would gain a second or two. Larson was cruising; he gained it half a second, and then the next 2 laps he'd be back 2.5 seconds, and then he'd gain another half second or so. The next lap he'd be back more than a second, and Larson was just just staying out in front of him. But the difference in the line was incredible, and they were listening to the radios, the cars, and the spotters were telling the drivers what Larson was doing, and one driver after another was going, "Can't do that. I can't get my car to do that. I can't go down there."
Right. Yeah.
It was amazing. But Bubba was just, I would say, maybe a foot wider than Larson was. But
Bubba, I mean, he was.
That amounts to a tenth
Larson-
of a second a lap.
If Larson
Right.
hadn't have been in that race, Bubba was killing
Bub-
it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he was.
If Larson hadn't been in that race, it was a 4-man race. I mean, there was 4 guys that could have still won the race.
Yeah.
But
I was kind of
Larson
hoping for a
was
tire
so-
blowout, weren't you?
Huh?
I was kind of hoping that he would blow out a tire,
well, yeah, but
not hurt himself. or anything,
I know, but
just-
he really did totally deserve that because he figured the track. You know what's going to happen before they go there next time? Everyone's going to be studying his line and how to do it.
yeah. Well, like I said,
they also said, no, go ahead.
the drivers were like, I literally everyone down the line. I can't do what Larson's doing.
We need
My
to
car
watch
won't let me.
I know.
TV.
I'm thinking tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Race.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
we haven't watched it on TV yet.
I got
since we
a
back.
class.
So I mean, it's so exciting talking about it because I mean the race. All right, now let's talk about the pre-race. The qualifying race, like when the 100 lapper
Yeah,
was so much fun to watch.
yeah.
Let's start with Gibbs wrecking the 31 car and McDowell. Now McDowell wasn't going to take it.
Even though he's Mr. Nice Guy.
Lisa showed me something on Facebook right after it happened. So,
Yeah, on Twitter. He said,
go
fix
ahead.
my car up so I can go out there and take care of it.
Yep. But he did it
So
wrong.
they fixed his car up, and he was slow enough where it took about 4 or 5 laps for Gibbs to get around because at the time Gibbs was leading, and
Oh, and McDowell's going
And,
so slow.
and Bubba was second
Yeah.
at the time. And
No, Bubba wasn't in there. This was
Bubba-
the race.
oh, that's right, the pre-race. Right. So anyway, McDowell waited for him.
Like kind of slow.
He was just above minimum speed. I'm sure it was intentional because he wanted to pick his shot. He couldn't miss his shot. And he didn't wreck Todd Gibbs, but he sure pushed him up the track.
Well,
Not-
yeah.
Tried it twice.
Well, yeah.
He's right.
He. The problem is he did it wrong. He's trying to affect Gibbs from the outside, and
Right.
Gibbs just kept sliding underneath him. He needed to get on the inside, but what he did do was he pulled over for every single car until
Yeah.
Gibbs came. Then he pulled in front of Gibbs and just blocked him. As long as he could block him, he blocked him and slowed his
That's the
slowed his
second
breath
time.
down.
But the first time he jammed, should have
He tried to, yeah.
put the car in the lead past him. Yeah, I love that. I mean, he said he couldn't afford to wreck him outright.
Because he couldn't afford the fine.
Couldn't afford the
That's
fine.
that's what he said. I don't have a budget for the fines if I wrecked him.
He did exactly. Gibbs never had a car as good after that, so he did some damage to the car. Gibbs was never able to to get back up there as fast.
But then we were like,
He
oh
finished
man,
fourth.
he
He
finished second and he got in the
No,
race.
right in that race. I'm sorry, Gibbs second with the damaged
So
car.
I was like, oh, he gets in the race anyway. Damn. Oh, that was the other thing I didn't realize. If you win the fan vote, is that a dog? No, I heard a dog whining. We don't have a dog stuck, do we?
No.
If you win the fan vote, but your car's broken, you can't race in the All-Star race.
Yeah, you can't fix it. That happened to.
Yeah.
Lisa will be right
Hold
back.
on, I
She's
think
checking
we
on a
might have
dog.
a broken dog.
No, I think it's just a dog missing you, and he's
Well, we
whining.
only have 3 minutes.
Well, go ahead.
Can
No,
I
come
wait?
back. No, you come back.
I think it's Shelby.
All right,
Ow.
watch the race if you haven't watched it. It's
I
what?
think that was the chickens.
I thought it was too.
I think one of them was being mean to each other.
Chickens are imitating our dogs. Dangerous. Get that, Hirsch.
What they're doing. Anyway,
I think the dogs are just laying.
I think it was the chicken.
I thought it was too.
Maybe
We
it's
got a imitating a
tiny-
chicken.
It's a chicken imitating a dog.
That's what I said.
No, you said a dog imitating a chicken.
No, chicken
You
imitating.
said, ask him.
Oh, I said it in reverse
Yeah.
then.
Anyway,
My is stuck in my brain.
yeah, that.
So anyway, coming up is the Coca-Cola Thunder. Please post chucking to the right side of politics. Daryl's here. Howdy, Daryl.
Hi, Daryl. Hey, and we might go to that if the weather's nice, but probably not.
We might. I'm pretty freaking worn out. I slept till after 11 o'clock today. I was done. So the Coca-Cola 600's coming up. It's a long, long day at the track.
Yeah. We probably won't, but we might. Is there a truck race or anything? I don't know. Or Xfinity? Because that might be fun.
Maybe.
We'll see.
So anyway, the Coca-Cola 600's at Charlotte. It really is 600 miles. It used to be the durability race to see who had a car strong enough to just finish the race. Even now, there's some cars that blow up.
Yeah. There.
Well, Larson has gotten himself into some pretty elite company. As far as
with the 3 wins on the All-Star?
Yeah, 3 wins. Jimmy Johnson's got 4. He's the only one that's above him.
Right.
Larson's got 3, and who else? I was looking at the history.
Somebody else, I forget.
Hey, real quick, who's your pick for the champion this year?
It's got to be Larson.
That link.
It's already posted.
Okay.
Dale Earnhardt has
the
3
link to-
championships.
Right.
Senior. And then Jeff
He was the first one to get 3.
Yeah, then Jeff Gordon has 3. That's some elite company right there.
That's a big time company. He's an elite driver. He's already in the 75 greatest drivers, and he deserves to be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, he keeps showing every single week what he
he's
can.
too young. I'm like, Jeff Gordon got in the 50 when he was young.
And he proved out.
Yeah.
Larson's already got 1 championship, and he's still very
Hendrick's got to be pretty happy about that too. That Gordon won the last race there, and then Larson wins the first race back.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I was kind of. I told you I was kind of hoping the 24 would win because I think that would have been so cool that the 24 wins 27 years apart, 2 back-to-back races.
Numerically, that would have been cool. All right, y'all, we got to get out of here. Lisa's got to go do her thing, eat junk food, and watch rubbish.
And go to the wee chat room first.
And go to the wee chat room.
Yeah.
Dersh and I will be back in a half an hour for the right side of politics.
And that's a threat.
That is a
I know. Hide your children.
Yeah.
Lock up your dogs.
Yep. So, we will see you soon. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you very much for joining us. We love y'all. So everybody say goodnight.
Good night, Lisa.
What do you have to say to me?
Shut up, Chuck. Shut up, chickens.
Well, my line just got cut, so it's fine if you walk on it. The grass is really low, so you really can't. Yeah, you can stay on my lawn. So stay on my lawn, Chuck.
Hey, it's 8 o'clock. Do you know where your chickens are?
Good night, y'all.
Good night. Love you guys. Bye, Lisa. Love you.
Bye.